If you're afraid to step into your own personal power, take a walk with me. I heard a quote the other day from Jen Sincero, author of You Are a Badass, on the Lewis Howes podcast. And I'm paraphrasing, but it goes something like this. When you decide to make changes in your life, when you decide to do something different, when you recognize that you need to cultivate some self-awareness around the things that are keeping you feeling stuck, and then you make the choice to go to therapy, get some counseling, find a coach, read some books, listen to a podcast or two, you start growing physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You are no longer the person that you were before you started doing all this stuff. You've changed. And change is not only okay, but it's necessary for growth and expansion. It should be the standard operating procedure for being a human on planet Earth. But you see, what happened was, while you've been busy growing, the other people in your life haven't been doing the same things that you're doing. What Jen says is that you're actually killing off the person that everybody in your life loves. They have an ongoing story running in the back of their mind about who you are, what you're capable of doing. And as a side note to that, it's usually based on incomplete information that they fill in the blanks with their own past experiences with other people. They have no idea of knowing what you think and feel. They don't really know your goals, dreams, and desires and what that means for you. They don't know how much work you're putting in the off season. Nonetheless, they love the version that you are as you are before you did all this work. If you change, it means that they have to change as well. And not only that, they have to change the story they have about you in their head. And that can cause a lot of conflict and confusion for the other person. They might say things like, "Oh, you think you're better than us now? How's that little business going? Now that you're sober, you're just too good to hang out with the rest of us, huh?" And I want you to know that it's okay to do the work, because as you grow, expand, and become different, other people will come into your life. And it doesn't mean that the people in your past are bad or wrong for anything. They currently don't have a willingness to rise to meet you where you are. You're not better than, you're just different. You've chosen a different life path for yourself, and that's totally okay. It's not your job to please other people or to try and make them understand who you are now, where you're going, what you're doing, and why you're doing it. As long as you're committed to your own mission and vision, that's all that you need. You don't need anybody to validate you, because you've already done that for yourself. At the same time, you have a decision to make. You can choose to spend less time with these people if they're bringing you down and it's bad for your mental health, but you can also choose to love them as they are. And eventually, when you do enough personal development work, it all comes full circle anyway. You've learned to self and co-regulate with others. You've learned to set healthy boundaries and to recognize that you don't have to take everything so personally. You can acknowledge what is your stuff and what is theirs. And when you can do that, that's a pretty freeing feeling. You have to recognize is these are all choices that you get to make. If this video resonated with you and you're ready to start making some changes, make sure you sign up for the 21-day self-love challenge. The link is in my bio. We start October 1st, and if you want to see the speakers, just go into my stories.